Once upon a time, in the colorful world of Peppa Pig, Peppa and her little brother George decided to play a fun game of hide and seek. Oh, how creative they were as they found the most unique hiding spots. They giggled and whispered, feeling the joy of imaginative play. And you know what? This game wasn't just about hiding, it also encouraged them to work together and think strategically. How exciting! One sunny day, they visited a water park where Peppa and her family had a splashing adventure. They learned how to water flowers together, which showed them that when everyone pitches in, it makes the work much easier. It was like a little magic spell of teamwork that made their hearts smile. Teamwork truly is a wonderful thing. In another adventure, Peppa and her friends went to the museum, where they discovered ancient dinosaurs. They learned about exploration and how important it is to be brave when facing their fears. Curiosity led them on a marvelous journey of learning and fun. Isn't it fabulous how exploring new things can fill us with joy? Later that night, the girls were super excited about their sleepover. They set up their cozy sleeping bags, fluffy pillows, and cuddly toys. And what was that? A special starry lantern to light up their night. Oh, what a magical atmosphere they created together, perfect for sharing secrets and giggles. But wait. During the night, Peppa and her best friend Susie heard some loud noises. They were a bit scared at first, wondering what it could be. But guess what? It was just Grandpa Pig snoring. They couldn't help but laugh at the funny twist in their adventure. Sometimes, things aren't as scary as they seem. The very next day, Peppa and her family were on another exciting journey. They visited a balloon shop to gather colorful balloons for a garden party. But instead of keeping all the balloons to themselves, they decided to share the extra ones with their friends in the community. How kind and generous of them. And let's not forget about Halloween. Peppa loved the fun traditions of tricks and treats. As she giggled with joy collecting candy, it reminded everyone of the festive spirit that comes alive during this spooky time of year. Halloween is such a delightful occasion. In the spirit of Halloween, Peppa and her family visited a fancy dress shop to find the coolest costumes. Oh, what excitement filled the air as they tried on spooky outfits together. They chose the most fun designs, giggling as they posed in the mirrors. Dressing up is a fantastic way to express oneself. Feeling inspired, Peppa and George began their own exciting mission to create their very own monster costumes. They gathered all sorts of materials and let their imaginations run wild. What a fun way to celebrate Halloween, using their creativity to bring their spooky ideas to life. When they visited the supermarket, Peppa and her family discovered a special scanning machine. They got to beep their groceries like superheroes. What a fun experience it was, making a regular shopping trip feel like a grand adventure. Shopping can be so much fun with family by your side. In a delightful toy shop, Peppa and George had the chance to create their own toys. How exciting it was to craft and personalize something special. They let their imaginations soar as they made toys that were uniquely theirs. How wonderful it is to unleash creativity. Later on, Peppa and her friends had a brilliant idea. They decided to pretend to be fish at the aquarium. Oh, the joy of imaginative play filled the room as they swam around, turning an ordinary place into a sea of creativity. It just goes to show how kids can turn anything into a fantastic adventure. One sunny morning, Peppa and George were filled with excitement as they made pancakes. They eagerly picked out their favorite toppings, giggling at the thought of delicious creations. Cooking together brought out their playful nature and love for yummy food. Yum, yum. At Peppa's playgroup, something magical happened. They performed a creative version of a classic fairy tale. With so much imagination, they added funny twists to the story. This delightful performance showed everyone just how important imagination and teamwork can be in storytelling. Granny Pig's birthday celebration was the perfect occasion for family bonding. Everyone came together to enjoy the fun and laughter that accompanies special moments like this. Celebrating milestones reminds us all how precious family time can be. How lovely it is to cherish each other. Peppa and George were truly creative during their playtime. They invented imaginative scenarios using everyday items as toys. This playful exploration helped them develop their problem-solving skills, proving that imagination knows no bounds. The various games they played filled their days with joy and laughter. Peppa and George had the best time playing hide and seek, making wonderful memories together. This joyful play reflects how essential fun is in growing up. As they played their games, the teamwork between Peppa and George shone brightly. They realized that collaborating made everything more enjoyable and effective. When they worked together, they could achieve anything. Teamwork truly is magic. Peppa and her friends were over the moon when they received their balloons and got ready for the party. They couldn't wait to share the balloons with everyone in the community. The joy of giving makes the heart feel so warm. Miss Rabbit had a wonderful idea. She used the balloons to turn their garden party into a vibrant balloon party. Everyone was laughing and having fun, playing games and creating delightful memories. Balloons add a dash of magic to any celebration. What a surprise! The balloon party turned out to be even more fun than the original garden party that Mummy Pig planned. Everyone loved the lively atmosphere filled with laughter and games. Sometimes, unexpected changes bring the best memories. As Peppa and George searched for creative items to make their spooky costumes, they had a lot of fun experimenting with different accessories. This Halloween was turning out to be the most thrilling adventure, filled with imagination and creativity. The family decided to visit the cinema to watch a fun, non-scary movie. It was a nice break from the spooky Halloween theme, reminding everyone how important it is to enjoy age-appropriate entertainment. Let's grab some popcorn and settle in. Even though the movie had some spooky elements, Peppa was there to support George. She reassured him that everything would be fine, and her playful imagination helped calm his fears. Family support makes everything better, doesn't it? The excitement of racing through the supermarket was palpable. Peppa and George were having such a blast, giggling as they searched for items quickly. It truly showcased their playful nature and love for family activities. Shopping can be an adventure. Each moment during their supermarket visit revealed Peppa and her family's love for shopping. They shared funny moments, giggles, and a few surprises along the way, reinforcing how important it is to bond during everyday tasks. What a fantastic outing! When they met the shopping robot, their humorous interactions highlighted the quirks of modern technology. As they navigated the busy aisles, they discovered how fun and chaotic shopping trips could be, especially with family. What a whirlwind of laughter! In the kitchen, Peppa and George's playful pancake flipping scene made everyone smile. They worked together, showcasing their teamwork and joy in cooking together. It was a cheerful moment filled with love and laughter, setting a wonderful tone for the episode. At Playgroup, Peppa and her friends transformed a classic fairy tale into a creative masterpiece. They came up with funny ideas like the evil sunflower instead of a witch. Their storytelling showcased the power of friendship and imagination. Granny Pig's birthday celebration was cheerful and filled with love. The family embraced the unexpected rain, showing how creativity could solve problems. Even a rainy day can turn into a wonderful time spent together. Peppa felt a bit frustrated when she was struggling to hit the flowers, but her brother George was there to cheer her on. His encouragement reminded her that support can really boost confidence when we face challenges. What a lovely bond they share! As they watered the flowers together, the siblings realized something important. Even if one of them is better at something, it doesn't matter because working together and appreciating each other's strengths makes everything better. By the end of their adventure, Peppa and George successfully watered all the flowers. Oh, the satisfaction of their teamwork showed that when they combine their efforts, they can accomplish great things together. What a proud moment to share! Miss Rabbit brought laughter and joy to the party with her amazing balloon artistry. She created balloon figures that resembled all the guests, adding a personal touch to the celebration. Everyone smiled and laughed, feeling the magic of creativity in the air. The plans for Mummy Pig's garden party shifted when the balloon party took over. It showcased how sometimes unexpected changes can lead to even more fun and joy. Everyone loved the vibrant atmosphere and togetherness balloons can bring. Peppa and her classmates had a sweet adventure when they visited a chocolate factory. They got to decorate chocolate bars, filling the air with excitement for yummy treats. It was a delicious day filled with sugary fun. Dressing up for Halloween brought Peppa so much joy. She loved exploring creative spooky costumes with her family. The excitement of preparing for Halloween festivities made everyone feel the festive spirit. At the cinema, George found it a little challenging with the dark and loud sounds. This showed how important it is for kids to feel comfortable in new environments. Luckily, Peppa was right there, helping him to feel brave and safe. When the movie ended happily, it put a big smile on George's face. The importance of happy stories for children truly shines through, especially when Peppa uses her imagination to reassure him, making him feel included and safe. The family eagerly lined up to try out the new water ride, Celery Stick Falls. Everyone was thrilled by the splashes and excitement that came with it. Even Mummy Pig, who was a bit unsure at first, ended up loving all the fun. When they reached the toy shop, Peppa and George had a blast creating their own special toys. There was a mix-up with their toys' clothes that added an unexpected twist, making the day even more exciting. What an imaginative adventure! At the supermarket, Peppa and her family had so much fun with a shopping robot. It introduced a modern twist to their shopping trip, where they learned to navigate the self-checkout like super shoppers. What a great time they had! Peppa and her friends put on plays that filled the air with creativity and laughter. Their performances delighted Madame Gazelle, showing how imaginative play can help kids grow and connect with each other. What a joyful experience! At Granny Pig's birthday party, the family shared wonderful traditions. Milestones are meant to be celebrated together, and each moment spent brought them closer. It's a beautiful reminder of how family gatherings enrich our lives. As they played in the bouncy maze, Peppa and George had the greatest time outside. They navigated through challenges while playing with friends, showcasing the fun of outdoor activities and the importance of teamwork. Such an adventure! Peppa and George demonstrated how well they worked together when it came to watering the flowers. Their teamwork enhanced their abilities, and their combined efforts led to a beautiful garden. They learned that collaboration truly makes tasks easier. The time travel room was a thrilling adventure for Peppa and her friends. As they learned about dinosaurs, they blended education with fun, sparking curiosity and excitement about history. Isn't it wonderful to learn while having fun? In their imaginative play, Peppa and her friends pretended to be cops and robbers. It showcased how important friendship is in solving problems together. These fun games help kids develop their creativity and social skills. How lovely it is to play with friends! Oh, how Peppa squealed with joy as she awaited the chance to taste the chocolate they had just made. Her excitement spread to everyone in the class, making it a moment filled with happiness and anticipation. What a delicious adventure! As they decorated their chocolate bars with yummy toppings, each child created something unique. It was a fantastic way to express creativity and enjoy the sweetness of making treats. Everyone had a bright idea for their chocolate masterpiece. Patience became the lesson of the day as the chocolate needed to cool in the fridge before tasting. Waiting for the delicious reward taught the kids that good things come to those who wait. What a wonderful lesson in anticipation! The bond between Peppa and George was truly special. As big sister, Peppa took on a protective role, always looking out for her little brother. This sibling bond is essential for emotional support, especially during challenging situations. What a loving relationship! Peppa's creativity shone bright as she used pretend play to help George cope with his fears about the movie. This showed how imagination can bring comfort and relaxation when facing something scary. Isn't it amazing how play can ease anxiety? The video illustrated how sharing experiences can strengthen relationships. Peppa and George enjoyed moments together at the cinema, creating lasting memories that would always bring them joy. Relationships grow stronger through shared adventures. Through splashes and laughter, Peppa and George experienced joy during their playful activities. Water play enhanced their sensory experiences, reminding us how much fun it is to play in the water. It's a splash-tastic adventure. At the toy shop, Peppa and George unleashed their creativity by making unique toys. Their hands-on activities helped cultivate their imagination and showed them how much fun creating things can be. What an inspiring way to play! During their trip to the supermarket, Peppa and George learned about responsibility. Using a shopping robot taught them essential lessons about teamwork and the shopping process. It was a day filled with learning and laughter. At playgroup, Peppa and her friends engaged in imaginative plays that made Ms. Gazelle smile. Their creativity and teamwork delighted everyone, showcasing how essential imaginative play is in childhood development. What a joyful gathering it was! Even when rain and wind interrupted their party, Peppa's family showed great adaptability. They moved the celebration indoors, teaching children that unexpected situations can be handled with resilience. What a great lesson in flexibility! Granny Pig's heartfelt birthday wish was simply to spend time with her family. This sweet reminder emphasized the value of family connections and shared experiences. Celebrating together strengthens those precious bonds we cherish. Safety is always important. As Peppa and her friends explored time travel, they were reminded to keep their hands and feet inside the time machine at all times. This ensured a fun and safe experience for everyone enjoying the adventure. When George encountered a dinosaur during their adventure, he learned a valuable lesson about bravery. Although he felt scared at first, Peppa encouraged him to roar back, teaching him to interact positively. Friendship makes us brave. Time travel allowed Peppa and her friends to repeat exciting experiences, trying new things while learning along the way. They discovered that making mistakes is part of the journey. What a fantastic way to encourage resilience and growth. And when they got to the chocolate fountain, the kids squealed with delight. It reminded Peppa of muddy puddles, which she loved. It symbolized the joy of indulgence and how happiness can flow from delicious experiences. Peppa and George's Christmas swim was nothing short of magical. Despite the chilly water, they had a whirl of fun, emphasizing the joy of family bonding during festive seasons. It was a winter wonderland of laughter and joy. After swimming, what could be better than hot chocolate to warm up? This cozy drink brought everyone comfort, enhancing the festive experience. Hot chocolate is the perfect treat for cold winter days, don't you think? Health checkups are so important. Peppa shared with her friends how doctors help us stay healthy and ensure we're growing well. When George felt nervous about visiting the doctor, it reminded everyone that it's normal to feel that way. During his checkup, George learned about measuring height and weight, introducing him to basic health concepts in a fun way. It was a great lesson on how we grow and thrive. What an enjoyable visit to the doctor. When George received a shiny sticker for being brave during his checkup, he felt so proud. It reinforced the idea that visiting the doctor can be a rewarding experience and encouraged other kids to view checkups positively. Hooray for bravery! Peppa and George's love for dinosaurs filled their playtime with joy. With their unique interests, they created exciting stories and games around dinosaurs, emphasizing how important it is for children to have distinct preferences in play and imagination. In their imaginative games, the mix-up of outfits on the toy machine showcased a fun problem-solving moment. It taught kids that even mistakes can lead to laughter and creativity. Embracing errors can still bring joy. Pretending to be various characters like spacemen and superheroes filled their days with excitement. This imaginative play fostered social skills and storytelling, helping children develop their creative thinking. How fun to explore new worlds together. Peppa and her friends had a party in Grandpa Pig's chicken coop. What a creative place to celebrate special occasions. Friends like Jemima and Sarah joined in, making the party even more enjoyable, full of giggles and cheer. Peppa's birthday wish brought a sweet sentiment to heart. She wanted to celebrate the importance of family over material gifts, reflecting a lovely theme in children's stories about love and togetherness. What a heartwarming wish! As the wind caused chaos, knocking over food and decorations, Peppa and her friends learned to adapt. They quickly fixed problems and kept the fun alive, proving that with teamwork, anything is possible. What a great lesson in resilience! Peppa helped George feel more confident during the party. This moment showcased how encouragement and support among friends can change one's perspective. What a lovely way to lift each other up. In their playful scenario of cops and robbers, Peppa and her friends highlighted the creativity in children's play. They learned how imaginative games can strengthen friendships and foster teamwork. It was a thrilling adventure. When they received too many balloons for their party, Peppa and her friends learned about sharing. This taught them a valuable lesson about generosity and the joy of community spirit. Sharing brings happiness to everyone involved. Hot chocolate is a beloved treat known for its soothing properties. After their outdoor activities, it was the perfect way to warm up. Not only does it lift spirits, but also creates a comforting atmosphere for everyone. Barbecues by the beach added extra fun after swimming. The delightful meals brought families together for laughter and delicious memories. What a wonderful way to enjoy food and fellowship under the sun. The joy of swimming in cold water was balanced by the comfort of warm drinks. Children and adults alike cherish these moments of warmth after swimming, creating lasting memories shared together. What a fantastic experience! Listening to heartbeats became an engaging activity for kids. It helped them learn about their bodies in a playful way, and George absolutely loved using the stethoscope. Discovering how we work is such an adventure. When sleepover time rolled around, the idea of a midnight feast filled the air with excitement. Peppa and George enthusiastically embraced this delightful tradition, making memories that would last forever. Peppa showed her big heart by donating her old toys. This act of kindness taught children about charity, helping others in need, and the joy of giving. What a beautiful way to spread love and happiness. In their imaginative playtime, Peppa and George pretended to be mermaids. Oh, what fun they had, showcasing how creative play highlights the importance of imagination in childhood development. Let's dive into adventure. As they waited for the oyster to open and reveal the pearl, the kids learned about patience. This lovely experience taught them that good things take time, making the reward even sweeter when it finally appeared. Peppa and George's thrilling adventure in finding their lost police car emphasized the importance of teamwork. Their collaborative efforts showed that working together reflects essential social skills for interacting with others. What a fun story to share!